No is electric. 99,000 fans crammed into this iconic stadium. Hundreds of millions more across the globe, all waiting to witness one of world football's greatest rivalries play out this evening. Welcome along if you just joined us on Sky Sports 1. With me and Guillaume Balaguer this evening is Alex Song, a La Liga winner, who is still a Barca player, currently on loan at West Ham. Plus Manchester City's Gaël Clichy, a three-time Premier League champion who had the unenviable task of facing up to Messi and co. just last month. We've seen pictures there of the guys warming up, Alex. What will the players be feeling right now? And explain what a packed Camp Nou is like, not just on any night, but a Clasico night.
I think the atmosphere is great when you play Clasico. When you come to the stadium, because you have to be in the stadium 2 hours before the game. You see like the fans around the stadium, like it's unbelievable, you know. You want just to make them happy. You know, Clasico game is a special game. Everyone wants to play and enjoy it. I think today the guys will give everything to win this game.
Gaël, if Barca win tonight, they go 4 points clear at the top. Gerard Piqué said winning the Clasico might mean winning La Liga. Do you think they'd let a 4-point lead slip?
The way they're playing at the moment, I can't see it happen. I can't see who can beat them. And again, I'm just repeating myself, but when you have a player like Messi playing the way he's playing, he's a plus. He's a plus. A game which will finish 0-0 is probably going to finish 1-0 because he's going to make something out of nothing. So if they win tonight, 4 points is nothing, and I can tell because I've done it before. But for a team like this, with the player they have and the way they know how to play those big games, and 4 points is not a lot, but it's a big task to come back on them.
The players looking pretty friendly right now. There won't be, of course, once kick-off. Guillaume, Real Madrid President Florentino Perez called a press conference last week to deny front-page headlines that Ancelotti would be sacked if they were well beaten tonight. But just how important is this game for him in his future?
If Florentino Perez says that he won't be sacked, because he never lies. But he will confirm, if Real Madrid lose, he will confirm the impression that President of Real Madrid has, which is that Ancelotti shouldn't be there next season, even though he's still got a year left. If Real Madrid wins, because Real Madrid really have a proper football plan, they may keep him. That's how it works at Real Madrid. But losing here will definitely mean that Ancelotti won't be there next season.
It sounds absolutely incredible what he's done so far. But Alex, talking about Barcelona, and under Luis Enrique as well, have you seen a big difference in terms of the style of play from when you were there?
Yeah. I think now they play more directly, you know, because of Barcelona, the way they were playing before, you have to keep the ball, just waiting. But him, when he came, you just try to play. Sometimes you have to keep some plan. You have to play directly to go more on counter-attack as well. You know, we see like different way, but I think at the moment it's working very well. It's working very well, but it's not like maybe the football like the people see Barcelona playing before. It's not the same way, it's different thing, but it's working what you want to do. When it's working.
Gaël, you've played against Barcelona over the last few years. Have you seen a difference this season from previous seasons?
Well, the first one is, again, you know, Messi was playing central and now he came back on the wing. I think it gives them something more because he's got the ability of finding the left winger coming inside. And as a fullback, I'm talking as a fullback, it's really hard to defend on this. Even more when you have player like Messi who can give great balls and player like Neymar, Alba who can find the space and use, you know, the space. So it's a different kind of game, but they still got the, how they call it, tiki-taka, I think. And they're more direct, so they score goals, they don't concede much, and it's always nice to watch.
Plus, it's not 11v11 tonight, it's 12v11 as we saw.
Yeah, it looks
absolutely amazing atmosphere, isn't it?
It's fantastic tonight.
In terms of the front three, of both the front threes, is it going to be ultimately down to which front three performs better?
Do you know, these are two teams that now depend a lot on the forwards. Of course on Messi, as we've been saying in every answer here, but on the forwards scoring and working hard for the team as well. Modern football is about, you can have one guy that doesn't track back, but not two. So Bale is going to have to track back, so has Benzema, leave Cristiano on his own, and the same with Neymar and Suarez. So it's not just what they do with the ball, but what they do without it.
There's a real sense in Barcelona that this is a massive game coming up, isn't it? It's not just because it's a Clasico, but because they could make the gap to 4 points. And Alex, how important will Toni Kroos and Javier Mascherano be? We've just been talking about the front three of each side. How important will they be in terms of stopping those attacks?
Yeah, they have to cover. You know, they have to cover in the midfield, cover in the back as well. The back four is very important for them today. They have to work very hard to cut all the counter-attacks and then to give the ball forward as well, quickly to give the space to the game. But they have to be ready for this game tonight, because I think if they're doing very well, it will be more easy for the team to doing well as well.
They have to be ready indeed. Just the one change from Luis Enrique's Barcelona from the side that beat Manchester City. Claudio Bravo coming back in goal. 2 changes for Carlo Ancelotti. In comes Casillas and Toni Kroos in midfield. And Isco's a player who impresses you, Gail, isn't he?
Yes, he's this kind of new midfield that can do pretty much everything with the ball. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there is any weakness in Barcelona's team, but probably this right side is probably the more efficient going forward. Alves is, for me, the best right back in Europe at the moment. Messi, I don't want to talk about him, and Rakitic like to go forward a lot. So if Madrid can find Isco in this space between them three, something can happen, because he's a talented player.
Well, they are 2 of the most glamorous teams in the world, with the 2 best players in the world, arguably the best 5, fighting for the right to be top of La Liga as we enter the business end of the season. It is the Clásico, the commentary team, Jerry Armstrong and Rob Palmer.
Well, the eyes of the sporting world are cast upon the Estadio Camp Nou. The superstars of world football go toe to toe. There are domestic games, there are European games, and then there are universal games. 400 million people are tuned in around the world. So the very best in the business go toe to toe tonight. This is a clash of the superpowers.
Well, I have to say, Rob, there's probably more super players on the park now than I've ever seen over the years. You know, there's so many match winners, there's so many quality players in their own right. Everybody used to always talk about Ronaldo and Messi, but it's not about just Ronaldo and Messi tonight. Both teams have got fantastic quality on the pitch.
Well, here is Neymar, who is one of the supporting cast, along with Luis Suarez and Gareth Bale. If you cast Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi as the stars, I don't have to tell you who's on the ball. You just hear that from the boos and the whistles of the Barcelona supporters. There is Cristiano Ronaldo, the World Player of the Year, a man on a mission.
Well, it was interesting as Dani Alves was chasing him that Rakitic was supporting him. So going to be double cover on that side. Probably going to be the same on the other side as well.
Sit back, enjoy wherever you are. Pull up a bar stool. Hide the TV remote if there's anybody that's got a claim to it in your house. And don't move for the next 1.5 hours. Here is Luis Suarez, wearing 9, playing as the centre of the Messi, Suarez and Neymar attacking triangle. Pepe back to Iker Casillas. Some suggestions that it's maybe the final Clásico for Iker Casillas. Luis Enrique managing a Clásico at the Camp Nou for the first time. Of course, he lost the first game at the Bernabeu earlier in the season, a 3-1 scoreline.
And first blood in that game went to Barcelona, but Real Madrid came back. But this is a great game, Rob, with only 1 point between the two of them. There's still an awful lot to play for. There's still plenty of games, plenty of points to play for us. Andres Iniesta's on the ball.
There's the skipper of Barcelona. Lovely 1-2. Iniesta into the penalty area, plays it across, and a double ricochet. And it came off Rakitic. It looks as though Iniesta has done himself some damage in trying to create the first goal.
He's twisted his ankle, Rob, and he's holding his hand up straight away, and that would be a massive blow if they lose the captain, Andres Iniesta. Fabulous 1-2, over the top, he's onside, and you can see as Carvajal gets back, he just twists his ankle. It's an accidental stumble, and he pulls it back, and you can see as it comes in here and he cuts it back, it's a double ricochet. Hits the chest and goes over the top of Isco, over the top of the crossbar. But what's the problem with Andres Iniesta?
Well, they're going to play with 10 men momentarily. Of course, they do have the ready-made replacement in Xavi on the bench, if required. Rakitic with the corner. Benzema back on defensive duty.
Well, he's up on his feet, he's hobbling away, and looks like he's going to be okay, Andres Iniesta, as he plays it in. He's off balance. Did he get stood on? I'm not sure if Carvajal catches him, maybe just there on the outside of the foot. And it looks like he's okay, can run this one off.
Just accidentally catching Iniesta on the boot. They're so lightweight these days, the boots. All part of the modernisation of the game. I'm told this is the first ever Clasico where they're actually watching it up in the air. 5,000 plane passengers apparently have access to the game live this evening. As the high-flying Suarez tangling with Ramos. That could be an interesting match between the two of them. That surely wasn't a shot from Sergio Ramos, was it?
Yeah, I think he was looking for Bale, but it was a poor pass in the end. It takes a few minutes for both sets of players to settle down, Robin. You can imagine the tension and the pressure. Nobody wants to make a mistake.
Barcelona, as Manchester City will tell you, have been in magnificent form. Here is Luis Suarez looking for Lionel Messi. Barcelona used the reigning English champions as their sparring partners in the Champions League in midweek. Here's Ronaldo. Jordi Alba quickly onto it.
Oh, good recovery run from Jordi Alba.
Rakitic. Well, at this point in the first Clasico of the season, there'd been a goal to Barcelona. Messi, who's in magnificent form. Iniesta. Luka Modric. Only his second La Liga game back after 3 months out, but he slotted straight back in last week against Levante, and he made a difference to the Real Madrid team. Not from James, the Real Madrid 11 selects itself at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and Isco's the one that's benefited from that, because for me Isco's been probably the most consistent player this season. He's having a fantastic season. He certainly deserves to be in the side, but if James was fit, you would think he would be the one that's left out.
There's Benzema. Isco, Spanish star of the future. Matsch, who's playing at centre-half. Mascherano is the anchor in midfield. Busquets wasn't 100% fit, and you need to be exactly 100% fit to take part in a Clasico. You can't carry any passengers.
No, not in this game, Rob. You have to be 100% fit, as you're saying. This is one player who's on song, Lionel Messi. What a great breaking pass that is to Jordi Alba.
Barcelona up the speed. Iniesta clearly is okay. Menacing again.
Just want to get on with it, get possession. Plays the 1-2 with Mathieu, and now he's got a chance to run at somebody.
It's Neymar. They'll cut to Suarez. Carvajal. Guided out of play. And now he's gone in leaps and bounds this season. Daniel Carvajal. He will laud Spanish football, but at one point this season he was the only Real Madrid player in the Spanish national team. Ancelotti, not the most demonstrative of managers. Doesn't have a good record at the Camp Nou. He's been here 4 times, he's never won.
Yeah, well, it's more pressure on Luis Enrique. He's only a young manager, and I think that could play a part in decision making and obviously how they prepared. But certainly Barcelona have settled down really well. They're taking the game to Real Madrid. Oh, 2 players jumping for the St. Paul. That's Piqué and Mathieu, and it's Bale on the ball.
World's costliest player. Puts it to Benzema. He's trying to find his range.
Well, Piqué was coming alongside him and had matched the run that he made. It was an excellent pass for Gareth Bale, and he's well off the target.
Well, Benzema does have an excellent record in Clásicos. He's scored 4 in 4 against Barcelona. Mascherano. Mathieu a little nervous. You may remember in the first Clasico of the season they slotted him in at left back. Jordi Alba doesn't play in that game, and it wasn't the best decision ever made by Luis Enrique.
No, I said it at the time. I'd rather have Jordi Alba as a left back than Mathieu. but he was worried about height. That's a great ball.
Luis Suarez is said to be offside. You're mentioning the two managers at different points this season. They've been leading the sack race. Luis Enrique came under heavy pressure when he didn't select the South American players in the first game of 2015, and they lost against David Moyes' Real Sociedad. But since then, 17 wins in 18 matches. And Luis Enrique is, well, he's the king of Catalonia. They take offence if you say the king of Spain in these parts.
Good ball. And losing possession quickly, and Gareth Bale a chance to maybe have a run. He's got some good pace, but so's Jordi Alba.
Matsch. Rolls it back to Flavio Bravo. A little bit of afters there for the referee to sort out. We'll introduce him now, because I think you're going to see a lot of him tonight. The referee is Matthew Lahoz.
He's a good referee, and I think Gareth Bale was annoyed because he ran across him. That's what he's saying. He's knocked the ball, and then he's run across here. Just as he looks, he runs right across him. And he's saying, I can't help it if he just runs right across my path. Although I think he knew exactly what he was doing.
Suarez to Rakitic in the advanced position. Iniesta, who's running the game at the moment. Unlike Messi in the Champions League in midweek, Suarez squirms free again. Pepe is the player who is bodyguarding Luis Suarez tonight. Two tempers together. A lot of respect in the pace of the early play.
Well, it's certainly Barcelona who are dictating the play, and they'll have the majority of possession, but on the break, that's when Real Madrid can cause a threat. Certainly the pace of Bale and Benzema and Ronaldo.
Neymar to Suarez. Back to Suarez again. Neymar takes a tumble. Referee looks to his assistant on the far side to see if he saw anything as Neymar theatrically holds on to his jaw.
Referee's not taking any theatrics today, Rob. He's done really well so far.
Modric. Carvajal. Now Real Madrid considering putting the ball out of play as Neymar gingerly gets back up to his feet in their half.
He was holding his neck, Rob, as if he was pulled by the shoulder. I don't think there was too much damage done.
And the Barcelona bench encouraging him to come back and help defend. You'd imagine it's going pretty much as both coaches planned it in the opening 10 minutes of the game. Ancelotti, the Italian, happy to sit back, to absorb, to counter early in the game. Barca taking it on. Great ball from Marcelo. Benzema takes his time, looks for support. Ronaldo! Not yet. Benzema again. Bale and Ronaldo in there, and the camera trains on Cristiano Ronaldo, who's just going through one of those periods at the moment where it won't go in for him.
Well, Matsch was the one played them on side. He chips this to the far post. I think Ronaldo should have scored, Rob. And great opportunity to open the lead for Real Madrid. Lovely play by Marcelo and the run from Benzema. Here's Isco.
Here's Isco, twisting and turning and finding a space. And he had the goalkeeper concerned.
Rob, 12 minutes gone, and it's Barcelona who dominate, and in the last 30 minutes, 2 chances for Real Madrid. This is the one from Isco. Was there a touch?
Toni Kroos with a corner. A nice little set piece. It's Neymar who makes no ground. Modric. Heavyweights are still in there. He may want to float it in. Kroos. Slightly more constructive. Good ball in. Matthew had 2 to deal with. Ramos looks to Ronaldo. Maybe a breakdown in communication.
Well, he's dangerous on set plays. He stayed up for that one. Sergio Ramos. He gets up earlier. This is the one I think he should have scored from. Claudio Bravo stretches himself out, but he's got to hit that one underneath the crossbar for me. Great chance, great ball from Benzema, and I think Ronaldo should have scored.
Casillas didn't play in La Liga last weekend, but he was assured of a starting spot in the Clásico by Ancelotti. This is 37th Clásico. He called Raul today. But notably, he hasn't had a clean sheet in the last 13 games against Barcelona.
Well, it's a bit of a theatrical fall from Neymar, who rolls 2 or 3 times.
Can you imagine being the insurers of those two players going into a 50-50 clash? Bale, 100 million euros. Neymar, well, we don't quite know what he costs really, do we, till the court case is settled, but let's say around 60 million. Bale to Matsch. Gerard Piqué, one of 4 players in the Barcelona team who has come through the club's La Masia system. Not as big a representation of former academy players as normal, and we do have Xavi and Pedro and Busquets and Bartra and Rafinha all on the bench. We're all Barcelona bred.
Well, that one's overcooked for Lionel Messi. Well, this is what he's complaining about. It looks like he runs into Sergio Ramos and then he complains that he was caught around the throat, but I didn't see any deliberate movement from Sergio Ramos. Well, that's a good chance.
It's the lively Benzema. He's dragged Matthew out of his central position. Toni Kroos, rested last week as he's 1 yellow card away from a suspension. He can give everything today, the German World Cup winner. Isco. Benzema. Neat ball into Marcelo. Spotted by Mascherano. Piqué. Can't get caught ball watching in a game like this.
Well, all the chances for Real Madrid are coming down this left-hand side when Marcelo pushes forward. If Dani Alves is pushed up a little bit, the chance for Ronaldo's come from a good run from Benzema, and he's got in and put a great ball in. And as I said earlier, I thought Ronaldo should have scored, but maybe they feel that that's an area they can get some joy from. Claudio Bravo, 16 goals he's conceded this season, Rob. Looking for his first Zamora title.
Ball through, looking for the run of Jordi Alba. Here's Modric. Carvajal, goalkeeper. Channel is cut off. Pepe. Precise football from Real Madrid. Benzema. Cleverly though, they're cutting off the channels to Cristiano Ronaldo. The channels have been cut off to Messi, but he's got the ball now. Messi drives on. Neymar joins in. Messi with a header.
It's a shame he headed it because Dani Alves was in a good position behind him. I think he was calling for it, but that came from Marcelo pushing forward, losing possession of the ball. He was on the ground and they had a good little break down the right hand side, Dani Alves and Lionel Messi, and there he is at the far post. Dani Alves is free, and to be fair, Isco's trying to track back, but excellent play and good ball in from Neymar. It's a bit like a boxing match and they're just jabbing at each other at the moment. I haven't seen any knockout blows yet.
Suarez. Iniesta. Dani Alves, another player for whom it could be the final Clásico. He's stalling on a contract. All of the cards are stacked with him. Of course, as Barcelona are not allowed to sign any new players until 2016. They've got to negotiate with the ones that they have at the moment. Suarez Suarez just clipping the wings and the heels of Luis Suarez.
Well, it's Pepe just gets too close, and you know Suarez, as you say, Robbie, does so well. He holds his body up and allows Pepe to run into the back of him. That's a free kick. It's a good position. Neymar over the ball. Don't want anybody to know what the plans are, but one of the two of them's going to take it. Right foot or left foot for you?
We'll wait to see how Casillas sets up his defence. You'd imagine it favours a right-footed ball into the area. Messi tends to take everything. He sweeps it in, and an unlikely first scorer in the Clásico is Matsch. Forget Ronaldo, forget Messi.
It's his first league goal. Well,
It is.
what a time to get it. What a time to get your first league goal.
His first league goal for Barcelona is a goal he's never, ever going to forget in a Clásico. He can't believe it.
Well, the movement's good. Have a look at this. He gets a run, he gets ahead of Sergio Ramos, and he can't do nothing about it. Once he gets a half a yard on Sergio Ramos, great ball in from Lionel Messi, and it's poor defending, I have to say. Ramos has got to get tighter to him in that. You can't give him a yard and a half, 2 yards. That's awful defending from Real Madrid. Look how tight Carvajal is, and look at the space Matsch's got. Good run, good ball, but poor defending. Nothing Casillas can do.
Well, he had scored previously against Real Madrid when he was at Valencia. In fact, he scored home and away against them last season, so they should know about his danger from set pieces. And that was a bombshell from the blonde centre-back. Carvajal, Bale. Maybe now Real Madrid can't quite sit back and condense as much. Suarez steps over the ball. Pepe all fired up.
He wants to get on with it, but he's getting pressurised by Suarez. He does that really well. Works hard, Suarez, to put pressure on the first touch of the defender. And Barcelona retain possession.
Real Madrid have now conceded the first goal in 3 of the last 4 games. Messi, Mascherano, Iniesta, Suarez, another heavy tackle over the first car. Maybe not for that challenge alone, but the 2 similar challenges in quick succession.
Well, he's protesting that he didn't touch him, and he doesn't actually kick the back of his calf. You can see he comes in, he doesn't. He's gone down before he's been kicked. He's feigned that injury, Rob. Suarez has feigned that one. He's got a free kick and he's got a yellow card. You can see it clearly. This is the replay of the goal. There's nothing you can do about that. Good run, great delivery, poor defending.
15th assist of the season for Lionel Messi.
Well, he doesn't just score them, we know that. He certainly scores them the assists, 43 goals. The front 3 have got 82 goals between them this season in the Barcelona line up in the front. This one's good for Neymar. He's looking at it and thinking, I can have a crack at goal from here.
Well, I thought Neymar may have taken the last free kick. Messi is there as well. 25 metres. An enticing angle as well. It's Messi. Little spat for the referee to sort out. Carvajal goes down.
Well, it's Rakitic that throws his arm into him here. Have a look. There's a bit of pushing going on. And then as the kick's being taken, he just swings him round, doesn't he? And Carvajal makes the most of the situation. Corner kick.
In terms of yellow cards this season, Jerry, these are the teams with the best disciplinary records in La Liga, but that ball's out of the window as soon as the first whistle is blown in El Clásico. They'll be keeping a tighter eye on Matthew this time. Messi. shot which is always sailing away from goal from Jordi Alba.
There's a disappointment on Sergio Ramos's face, and 1-0 down away. The new camp's not what they planned. Could have been different if Ronaldo had scored.
Here's Neymar. Oh, wasn't aware that Carvajal was behind him. Now Isco. You know who. Double step over. Marcelo. Ronaldo. Gets a great cross in. Matsch with another good header in defence this time. Marcelo. Modric. Cruz. Now Neymar. Oh, Messi would have been away. Important interception there from Luka Modric.
He anticipates so well, doesn't he, Luka Modric? He was a big blow. That's a good ball.
Arms go up, flag stays down. Benzema. Isco. He's playing in a very wide role, Cristiano Ronaldo. I would have thought that Ancelotti wants him more central, striking to the heart of Barcelona. Is he really going to do damage out there?
Well, Rakitic has been over there the last 2 or 3 times he's got the ball. Rakitic is supporting Dani Alves as well. Good turn.
There's Carvajal. Tussling with fellow Spanish fullback Jordi Alba. Pepe's up there. Bale. And Modric. Carvajal. A little period of pressure this from Real Madrid. 5 minutes since they conceded that goal. Marcelo drops the shoulder on his weaker right foot, but he has to have a shot. Matsch should be noted as the man who blocked it again.
Yeah, he scores one at one end and he blocks it.
Neymar, now
That's a good
Messi.
ball.
Could have been away. Interesting header from Iker Casillas. Modric, neat. Benzema, shoulder to shoulder with Matsch.
Great tackle, Rob.
Match Carver is going his way with the way things stand at the moment.
You're scoring your first league goal in the Clásico and put your team 1-0 up against Real Madrid, and then he blocks one at this end. Have a look. He comes across and then he gets his body in the way here and he blocks it, and then he makes a wonderful challenge.
Some wind swirling around the stadium, making it slightly more difficult to contend with free kicks and corners. Isco swirls it in, keeper stays on his line. Matsch.
Well, he's asking the question to Bravo, you know, give me a call, let me know, and he throws his hands up because he's unaware. This is the Casillas sweeper keeper moment. He deals with it well.
The fourth corner of the game. Matsch and Piqué battling each other to get to the ball.
Lots of pushing going on. Referee Mathieu Lehol right on the ball. Plenty of jostling get in. And the free kick given in favour of Barcelona. Just have a look at it here. Sergio Ramos is pushing Dani Alves, and they're fighting for the same ball. Sergio Ramos and Pepe both going for the same ball.
Piqué falls very kindly to Luis Suarez. Messi. Carvajal, no mistake. Oh. Foolish challenge from Suarez, who leaves his autograph on the leg of Pepe.
Well, he doesn't get anywhere near the ball, and he rakes his studs into Pepe. And the one before that Suarez got Pepe booked for, there was no contact made on Suarez. So maybe there is karma. No, that's not even close to the ball, Rob. Not even close. How can he ask for sympathy for that? That's not even close.
But I ask you, Jerry, was it intentional or was it just a forward's attempt to make a tackle?
No, I think he did it on purpose, but
Fair enough.
he certainly dived the last time on purpose. He wasn't made contact in the back of his calf and he went down. And he got the booking for Pepe. That's a great piece of pressing.
Here goes Luis Suarez. Oh dear, stamped upon by Rams. It was like he was in the ball run then.
There's too much diving going on here for me. He goes to ground without hardly any contact whatsoever from Isco.
Jordi Alba to Neymar. Iniesta shaking off that early knock. Mascherano, cool heading. Here's Dani Alves. Normally at this stage in the game he's gone on 4 or 5 runs down the right-hand side, but part of the Ancelotti tactics is to pin him back. Neymar. Tackled by Modric. He gets through so much work in midfield. There's Mascherano. Rakitic. If it goes, it'll be a corner.
Yeah.
Can't be prevented by Iker Casillas.
Well, that comes from a poor pass from Pepe. This is the free kick. Well, there's not major contact for me there. Rakitic doesn't do an awful lot wrong. I think there's plenty of play acting going on in this match. Pressure is immense.
Arriba is the cry from Iker Casillas, answered by Marcelo.
Well, that's where it was. Let's go get caught in possession, and there Suarez goes down too easy for me.
Rakitic hardly any run upon the corner. Ramos heads. Carvajal collides with Piqué, comes across Neymar.
Should have scored.
Oh, hands Casillas a gift.
Should have scored. Wow.
Well, you can hear the disbelief from 98,000 supporters inside the Camp Nou. Gareth Bale, major let-off for Real Madrid. Modric to Benzema, back to Ronaldo!
Wouldn't you know it, Rob? Wouldn't you know it? Should have been 2-0, and now it's 1-1. My goodness.
Who else but Cristiano Ronaldo? And the game is turned in an instant. 30 seconds before this, Neymar missed. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't miss.
Oh, what about this play from Benzema? He knows he's behind him. That's brilliant play. Absolutely fantastic. He's aware Ronaldo's in there. There's cover play coming in from Jordi Alba. There's him having a little look over his shoulder, flicks it into the path of Cristiano Ronaldo. 42 goals for the season and 1 behind Messi for the race for the Pichichi. Great ball in there from Luka Modric, and this is game on again, Rob. What about the chance that was missed at the other end though by Neymar? He should have put it 2-0. Unbelievable stuff.
His 15th goal against Barcelona. He does well at the Camp Nou, you know. This is his 11th game here, and he scored 9 goals in those 11 games.
He certainly does. Messi's 14 and 17 out in switch. Messi's Messi. But it's game on, Rob. 1-1, and Real Madrid are back in there again, and they will have belief. But I'd like to see a replay of that chance for Neymar. Did he freeze? What was the problem? Just stick it in the back of the net.
Well, that'll be playing on the young Brazilian's mind now.
Yeah, but he's 26 goals this season, Rob. He should have scored. You know, his confidence is good.
Here is Neymar, tiptoeing through the defenders. You have to be careful. That was excellent defending by Cruz.
Well, there's a problem here. Neymar goes straight through Toni Cruz.
Well, he's still smarting. He takes his anger out on there and a couple of the Real Madrid players, but inside, I'm sure the anger is with himself for that.
Totally agree. He's missed a chance and he's run straight into the back of Toni Cruz, and I think he's frustrated. This is the chance. Will you see this? It's unbelievable. One touch, Suarez shot comes across, just sticking the net, and he can't believe it. He's frozen. I don't think he can make his mind up whether he wants to control it and put it in. He tries to just put it in, and nobody actually makes contact with the ball. Three of them jumping, nobody makes contact, and Suarez picks it up.
Karma's not good. Modric to Ronaldo. Marcelo. Modric, we know he can shoot from here. Little grass cutter.
Well, I think Bravo was going to be comfortable with that one. It's got to be something special if it's going to beat him from that range. But well, we've got a game on our hands again, Robin. All level. Oh, that's a poor header.
Pepe. Ramos. So moving off the ball, Isco makes a drive into the centre forwards position. 50-50 possession.
Well, that's unusual. That is unusual. Normally Barcelona dominate possession. That shows you the quality of this Real Madrid side. That's a poor pass from Gareth Bale, gives it away to Neymar. Great recovery challenge, wasn't it?
Modric. Pepe. Rakitic. Oh, it's a painful looking fall there for Pepe.
Well, only Pepe knows himself how hard the challenge was on him. Let's have a look at it again. Rakitic coming through. Oh, he catches him in the back of the calf. He's going to try and put his left foot in here, and he just catches the back of his calf muscle.
Riley said that Rakitic hasn't had a yellow card so far this season. Pepe's okay. This is a massive match. When it comes to golf, you don't get any bigger than the Masters. And we'll have all 4 days live only on Sky Sports between the 9th and the 12th of April. I've already set the Sky Plus for that. For the bits I won't be watching, and there won't be much I'm not seeing.
I know, all eyes on Rory McIlroy, that's what I'll say.
A wee bit biased.
Just a bit.
Nobody's neutral when it comes to El Clasico. And the Ronaldo camp or the Messi camp. Here's Isco.
That's a great play.
Cavalier Carvajal. Benzema is drawing. Matsch. Mascherano, cool heading.
It's good football for Barcelona.
We've got the last two World Players of the Year, of course, the European Golden Boot winner, costliest player in the world in Gareth Bale. And Mascherano was voted by Roy Hodgson as the best player in the world. But you will see tonight why the England manager rated him so highly. He gets through so much work which isn't seen by the normal supporter. There he is.
Well, did he die?
Chasing Ronaldo every inch of the way.
He's booking him.
And it's Ronaldo who is punished.
Yeah, he's taking a dive. I thought it looked like a dive, Rob, to be honest. So who's he booking now? It looked like he knocked the ball too far away from here, and then he goes to ground. There's no contact whatsoever. It's not a free kick, and he dives for me.
Well, Piqué foolishly left his boots out there.
He didn't touch him though, Rob.
But the referee didn't buy it, did he?
The referee's been good. No, the only one he did miss was the Suarez one, and he booked Pepe for that. But you can see, did somebody complain or say something to the referee and they've got booked as well? I'm not sure, but certainly he's booked Ronaldo for diving.
It was silly of Piqué to leave his foot out, and Ronaldo anticipated. Confirmation. Cristiano Ronaldo indeed was cautioned.
Modric is pressing Mascherano. Well, he's a decent anchor man in midfield. Mascherano's been all around and done it before. Very, very rarely does he make a mistake.
Jordi Alba also goes into the referee's bad books for offering him advice regarding Cristiano Ronaldo. Here's Messi, who's been quiet. How Manchester City wish We were saying that about him in midweek. Iniesta. Here's Modric. Benzema.
Great ball.
Gareth Bale. Away he goes. The electric heels of Gareth Bale.
Good tackle.
Tremendous tackling of Piqué.
Good tackle. Had to get that one right. It was in the penalty area. It was a 50-50. Piqué gets it absolutely spot on.
He had a little spell last season where his long-term future at Barcelona was questioned. For the last 6 months or so, he has looked like the best defender in the world. And there is a textbook tackle.
Ronaldo should not be talking to the referee after he's got booked for diving. Thing is that referee's experience, Rob, he knows.
Yes, Cruz to Modric. Benzema has the ball sticking at his feet. Ramos. Oh, there's a great miss! Gareth Bale!
Offside.
That's his celebrations.
That's tight. Wow, that is tight. Let's have a look at
When
it.
the ball is played, there, no.
He's
there,
onside.
no.
He's onside, Rob.
There the flag went up incorrectly.
Wow. Rakitic plays him on Ronaldo, and he plays on Gareth Bale.
Here's a question though, Jerry. If they pull that replay back, it may have been against Cristiano Ronaldo.
I thought Rakitic, he was level with Rakitic, so he should have been on. Like to see it again, maybe from a different angle, but referee only gets one chance as the linesman, and we know how difficult their job is. This game's changed in the last 10 minutes since that miss from Neymar. A few minutes later, Real Madrid's gone up the other end and scored, and could have scored again, and the miss from Ronaldo off the crossbar. There's lots to play for. Great run
There's
for Benzema.
Cross Piqué. Ronaldo catches the defender's eyes. Little back foot back in. Piqué has been so dominant for Barcelona. Suarez. Messi. Largely a spectator. Jordi Alba. Neymar. Great cross. Good defending by Ramos. Rakitic. Neymar cushions it. Piqué, of all people, is up there with the acrobatic overhead kick.
Well, he's another one's having a great season when it comes to goals. Gerard Piqué, 6 goals this season. He's looking to make it lucky 7. No,
Is it Ronaldo that they've given offside against? Because
Well,
it certainly wasn't Bale.
it's tight, Rob. It looks like maybe he was slightly off and the ball was kicked there. As he's played, let's have a look again. Maybe he is. Rakitic is the one that's the likeliest to be playing him onside, but it could be Ronaldo.
Well, history will tell you that it wasn't a goal. In Madrid, the Real supporters around the world will see nothing wrong with that at all. Matsch. Jordi Alba. The top of the table, just 1 point separates the two sides. Real were dominant for the early part of the season. They had the leadership of La Liga for 16 weeks. Suarez, one step too many. That's his nemesis. Pepe.
Oh, well played.
Benzema. Bale. Seeking and finding Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo sweeps it in. Oh, tremendous touch over from Claudio Bravo.
Well, great power in the strike. It's a good height for the goalkeeper as he comes inside on his right foot. A little bit of movement. Claudio Bravo happy to touch that one over.
Claudio Bravo, of course, a replacement for Victor Valdez. Now the Manchester United backup keeper. Cruz's corner. Oh, it falls to Bale.
My goodness.
Not his night.
Well, that's a great chance, Rob. A lot of chances falling Real Madrid's way now. He thought he'd scored earlier. And this is the chance. Ricochets down off Benzema. Falls kindly for Gareth Bale. Right foot, swings at it, wide of the post. Ancelotti can't believe it. Who would be a manager in these games? It's a poor pass.
Here's Modric. Gareth Bale. Nice touch from Iniesta. Mascherano.
Working hard to win the ball back again. Real
Starting
Madrid
to impose themselves Real Madrid upon this game.
pressing really well, Rob.
Neat and tidy from Argentina's Mascherano. Neymar.
Breaks on.
Marcelo leads the attack. Benzema with it. PK with another superb sliding tackle. And refuses to be nutmegged by the Brazilian Marcelo.
The quality in this game is brilliant, Rob. That's a poor challenge. And he's got a yellow card, Sergio Ramos. He has a little wrap of the ankles on Lionel Messi, and to be fair, he doesn't say too much about it.
Well, he has been sent off 3 times in this fixture. Yellow cards will make it in the opening 45
So far.
It's about par for the course, and the referee adds nothing to the first half. And an indifferent reaction from the Barcelona supporters. Their team taking the lead after 20 minutes. An unlikely scorer in this Hollywood cast of players. It was Matsch. He's pretty much one of the extras. But then Cristiano Ronaldo stepped up to the plate and equalised in the 32nd minute. It's tense at the Camp Nou.
It is indeed. Barca, the form side, going into this game with Real under pressure, but it's Madrid and that man there who have given more than they've got in the first half.
Trying to find the best way of giving the ball to Messi and get him 1-against-1 against his opponent. So that's up to him, but they need surely to know if they want to press high, if they want to stay behind, because at the moment they're not doing one of the either.
Ancelotti will feel they can get the win here, won't he?
Yeah, and everything is working so well for them. 4-4-2 defending. Bale is working so hard, tracking back and making sure that he doesn't miss anything. And with that kind of attitude, the whole team, with Sergio Ramos as well, it just seems to know what the game plan is for Barcelona. On the other hand, they're not building from the back that comfortably. They're not pressuring high either. They seem a little bit lost.
Which is unusual to hear when you talk about Barcelona and that man. Let's get back to the second half. Jerry Armstrong and Rob Palmer.
No changes in the cast for the second half. To be said, it's a rather subdued Nou Camp. 98,760 is the official attendance.
Well, that means there's 12 people didn't make it tonight, because it should hold 98,772 is the capacity, Rob.
His ticket in world football. 2 teams separated by a single point at the top of La Liga. In the first half, inseparable. Cristiano Ronaldo has his name up in lights on the scoreboard. Will Lionel Messi impose himself in the second half?
Where are you, Leo? He's had a quiet first half, hasn't he, Rob? We really need to see him shining and getting more involved in the game. But I do feel that Ancelotti tactically has done very, very well. And this man's having a great game. Great
Benzema
ball.
all towards Gareth Bale, who's been the more prominent of the attacking players for Real Madrid. That goal disallowed in the first half.
Yeah, well, it looks as if it was Ronaldo was maybe a half a foot the wrong side. But there's a little bit of a lack of rhythm from Barcelona, certainly in the last 15-20 minutes. Real Madrid looked the better side, we're creating better chances. What was the team talk though from Luis Enrique, and can he change it? But they're pressing well. Real Madrid, Isco there and co are trying to put pressure on the defenders and win the ball back up them in their own defensive third.
Matsch to Neymar. Jordi Alba. You see the teams at the bottom of your screen. Those players who were signed cost a total of £560 million, give or take a few pence here and there. The Real collection, 332 million. Barcelona's cost 236. That's not taking into account the likes of Lionel Messi, who of course came through the system. Benzema to Isco. Ronaldo.
He's done well, Messi.
He's dropping deeper and deeper in search of the ball, Lionel Messi.
He's trying to get a grip in the game, Rob. He's trying to get involved more.
Iniesta. That's a poor pass. It's very rare that the Barcelona fans turn on Andres Iniesta.
Well, the Messi pass was poor, and then Iniesta's pass was poor. It's just not a very...
Neymar. Clipped by Carvajal. And cautioned.
He might be saying it's the first one, but he doesn't get the ball. That's good acceleration, pushing on the outside, and he catches his heel. It's accidental, but certainly the referee Mathieu Lehoff, for me, has done really well. 6 bookings.
Suarez on the prowl, waiting for any bits and pieces which may fall his way. Messi delivers. Ramos dominates. Bale heads away. Now Isco.
It's a good ball.
Now Benzema. Marcelo. Once more the supporting act. Well, cuts it nice to Benzema. Ronaldo. Benzema. Brilliant football. No end product, thanks to the brilliance once more of Bravo.
That's the best move of the game for me. Passing movement. Real Madrid on the counter-attack at their best. Super save from Bravo.
Well, it goes in waves, this game, doesn't it? Barcelona were leading the charge in the opening 20 minutes, marked by that Matsch goal. And then Real Madrid came out of their defensive shells and Cristiano Ronaldo equalises. Fair to say the pendulum is swaying the way of Real at the moment. Gareth Bale, who missed the first game between the two sides earlier in the season. Marcelo. Cruz. Ronaldo. To Modric.
They're keeping the ball really well, Real Madrid, and very patient, looking for the right pass, and Carvajal's the man.
Benzema. It was intended for Ronaldo. He passes on to Marcelo. That's intended for Ronaldo. Crowded out by the two centre-backs. Now Rakitic tries to get things moving. It's a good ball. It's a 2-on-1 situation. But Neymar can't get around the giant that is Pepe.
Oh, it's a free kick. Neymar accidentally catches Pepe. Good cover from the last defender, because if he misses this, Neymar's clear through goal. This is a brilliant movement here. First touch and shot on target. Maybe a good height for the keeper, but great reflexes from Claudio Bravo. And Real Madrid have had some chances, Rob, probably a lot better chances than Barcelona.
Ramos. Marcelo. Cruz. Modric. Gareth Bale. Brave from Dani Alves. Mascherano. Messi.
Oh, brilliant.
Great movement from Messi. Oh, it was clipped on his way. The card is inevitable.
Modric is going to accept the yellow card and acknowledges it straight away. Great acceleration from Lionel Messi. And this is more like it, Leo. And he deliberately catches him, and he knows he has to do something to stop him. That's the only way you are going to stop him.
Yellow card's in as an occupational hazard.
You could say that too many times, will you, Rob? Pepe and PK.
It's the Peace and Reconciliation Committee.
It's the lull before the storm, is it?
Three-man wall, not just any three-man wall. Ronaldo and Bale in there, it's flipped over them. Ramos has had a flawless performance as centre-back.
Well, he wasn't leaving it the chance because Casillas was coming, but he decided, I'll just take matters into my own hands, and made the right decision.
Luis Enrique played in the colours of both of these clubs.
Certainly did.
Oh, once more.
Wow.
Safe and sound.
That's some ball. That was a fabulous ball. That was curling and dipping. And there was players attacking it. Luis Enrique is going to have to think, how am I going to change the pattern in this game?
It's a rare occasion when Barcelona's best chances are as a result of set pieces.
Good quality delivery like the last one from the other side, Rob, then. You have a chance now. Rakitic from the right-hand side.
Well, corner in truth. Led by Benzema.
Worked hard, Isco.
Marcelo. Cruz. Carvajal. Gareth Bale. Modric.
That's a good ball.
Pepe with a great ball.
That's a shame.
Well, great intention anyway.
Absolutely, the idea was great and there wasn't too many options on, but look at this ball swirling in here. Carvajal in. I think he was thinking about the overhead kick, Luis Suarez, but it just never arrived. Well, maybe that's what they need, a Xavi to take control in the middle of the park, because they're not doing enough for me. Modric is the one that's anticipating better than anyone.
Minutes gone in the second half. Still nothing between these two teams. I'm sure, as you know now, in La Liga, if they were to finish level at the end of the season, then it's not decided by goals difference, it's decided by the head-to-head between the two sides over the two games. And of course, Real Madrid beat Barcelona in the first Clásico of the season at the Bernabeu. Here is Suarez, takes it in his stride! Luis Suarez writes his name into Clásico history.
Well, that's the first good ball we've seen for the striker to get on the end of. His run was brilliant, his first touch was brilliant, and the finish was brilliant, Rob. What a goal. Just when Real Madrid were having a really good 10 minutes in the second half, one telling pass, one fabulous run from Suarez, his touch and his finish is just top drawer. And Real Madrid are looking around in bemusement, and Suarez, well, he didn't enjoy his debut against Real Madrid. Have a look. Now, who's marking him? It's Pepe. He's got 4 or 5 yards on Pepe. That's all he needs. One touch and then brilliant finish. And he's onside. Ramos is playing him on.
His 14th goal in the colours of Barcelona, but his most important goal since signing from Liverpool FC.
Well, if it's a winner, it certainly will be. Look at that. That's what he's good at. Give him a chance at goal. He's sticking the back of the net. Does Luis Enrique like that? You betcha.
We're quite often gassed. How is Luis Suarez doing in Spanish football? Well, that picture tells you everything, doesn't it? He's the difference at this moment in time between Barcelona and Real Madrid. But for how long? Here's Benzema, the opposing number 9. Marcelo. Isco. Flips it through brilliantly. Marcelo.
Good defending.
PK has to dig in.
Good defending. Good response from Real Madrid. This game is not over yet. I'm expecting more goals.
Always Bravo stays on his line.
Well,
so he's everywhere.
It's Ramos and Ronaldo going for the same ball, Rob. I think they put each other off. There it is. And as Cristiano gets up and heads it, but he can't direct it down on target. Great height in the leap.
Well, before the game, there was a 95,000 card mosaic arranged by the match day staff of Barcelona. Part of it read 12, meaning that they are the 12th man of Barcelona, and they're needing the supporters to make the difference, to make it more daunting for Real Madrid. It has been a very strange atmosphere tonight. One of the quieter Clásicos.
Well, I think Real Madrid have played their part, that's why. They've kept the fans quiet, they've played some good football, had better chances than Barcelona, but it's all about taking your chances when you get the opportunities. And certainly Bravo made a big save. He made a big save 6 or 7 minutes ago before that telling pass through to Suarez and hit the goal. It breaks on now, Benzema.
Cruz. Modric. Now Marcelo. Isco. Drops the shoulder, doesn't get past Rakitic. Lionel Messi with space. We've seen him make that kind of pass before, but not up to the standard set by Lionel Messi.
Oh, given away cheaply by Carvajal.
Neymar draws breath. Iniesta. Mascherano. Messi. Rakitic. Barcelona freestyling. Suarez. They can't afford to be too arrogant, almost. Bad tackle, and a bad tackle back from Ronaldo. The referee may sort that out in a moment. He's got a big decision to make, and when the play is finally stopped, he could well go back and card both of the players. And one of the players he's considering is Cristiano Ronaldo, who has already been cautioned.
Well,
there is caution number 1.
He's booking Mascherano.
But that we anticipated.
And it's Sergio Ramos, and Mascherano's trying to get the referee's attention and saying, hey, you got to book him as well. But did he do that for a reason? Let's look at it again.
Well, that was definitely a booking. There's no escape.
Well,
and then
Mascherano's milked that big time. He has dived. And there's too much diving going on in the game for my liking. And look at this reaction. It's pathetic. It's sad to see players do things like this now. Honestly, embarrassing.
let's talk about things sensibly, shall we?
Well, you've always wanted to win the game fairly and squarely. By getting people sent off is not the way to do it, and certainly feigning injury is not the way to do it. And I've seen too many in the game today, Rob. There's too many players who've dived, including Ronaldo.
Well, this is how Ramos caught the blow to the jaw.
It was accidental, of course, and yes, there was looking at the ball. But Mascherano knew what he was doing. It's like he caught him in the tooth and the mouth. And Iniesta never took his eyes off the ball as he jumped. But his arms caught him accidentally. You can see that. It was an accident. Well, he's got a cut, I think, and as a result, it's caught the tooth of Sergio Ramos, and he's going to have to get attended to.
Yep. That is taking the law to the extreme, isn't it? If there's any blood on show, even if it's a graze like that, then the Barcelona captain has to go receive treatment.
He looked offside.
He was.
Yeah, he looked offside, but again, players can down so easy.
Chicken and an egg situation, wasn't it? The offside came before the tackle from Pepe.
Yeah, but I'm not so sure how hard the tackle was. That's the thing. Only the players themselves know how much contact has actually been made. It's a poor pass.
Picked up by Neymar. And he's caught as well. It's Isco.
Well, you can see here, he just catches his foot there and he falls into Sergio Ramos.
9 yellow cards between the two teams now.
Isco misses the next game.
Next is Granada.
Well, he's offside. Confirmation of that one from Suarez. Well, the officials have done great for me today, Rob. You know, there's some tight decisions here. You're talking a foot there, and they're getting them right.
16 fouls, 9 yellow cards, but of course a couple of them have come for dissent. The two teams have averaged around 2.5 yellow cards a game this season, so you can see how the players, even the superstars, change character when it comes to this particular fixture. Cruz.
Oh,
high and late.
Well, Andres Iniesta, he had committed himself to going for that ball. He wasn't going to get there first. He was second by a split second, and he comes straight through and catches Carvajal.
That won't be forgotten when they meet up for Spanish national duty later in the week. That's 10 of the 20 outfield players have now been booked.
There's no shortage of commitment, that's for sure.
Carvajal. That's you. Isco. Ronaldo. Tirana. He's done an excellent job in taking the place of Busquets. A little nudge in the back of Neymar. Big call for the referee.
Well, he doesn't see
He's
it anyway.
not swayed by the Bayern Barcelona supporters. Messi catches Cruz, and the referee does give a free kick for that. The neatly ironed white handkerchiefs come out en masse.
Well,
It was a delayed reaction from Neymar.
I think he's thinking, I can get on the end of this, and then he starts to stumble and he goes down. It's hard to call that as contact. It's got the fans on their feet though, and they're certainly supporting the home side.
It's seen as a little bit more than a football match, this, I'm sure as you know. Say political statements, and the flag of Catalonia was also displayed in the mosaic before the game.
Great ball.
Here's Benzema with some space. Bizarre pass from the Frenchman. Neymar willed on. Keeps going. Suarez is his decoy. Neymar keeps going. Oh, it's just not his day. He missed a big one in the first half. And that was a wonderful run from the halfway line from the Brazilian.
Yeah, I think he's greedy though, Rob. I think he should give the ball into the path of Suarez, and he can score. All he's got to do is just touch it into Suarez's path. But he's looking to get the glory himself. And he misses the target. Well, you see it from the other angle.
And Barcelona keep their heads. If they win, it's a 4-point gap at the top of the table with 10 games to go. Benzema. The referee couldn't be better placed to judge there was contact from Matsch.
Well, it's minimum contact, Rob, again. It's one of those, and you can see the frustration of Matsch, because he knows he's leaning on him, and I think Benzema's first touch is not as good, and he's losing possession, and the referee's giving him the benefit of the doubt, which is an opportunity for Ronaldo to come and measure this one up and see can he strike it and hit the target. But it's a fortunate free kick for me. I personally wouldn't have given it.
It's an adventurous distance, even for Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I've seen him hit them from that range before and score.
Here's Ronaldo. It's a decoy. Good header from Piqué. Isco.
Well, coming up to 20 minutes to go. That's the band of Real Madrid fans. There's never too many of them in the new camp.
And a low of oxygen where they're sitting, or standing at this moment in time. Right at the top of the stadium. There's Jordi Alba.
Great ball. Good run. Good ball. Easy for Iker Casillas, and Real Madrid want to get on with it.
Cruz. Pepe. Modric.
Well, press a little bit better, Barcelona. I think that's an important factor. You're going to win the ball back off them, and again now they've given possession away. It's Jordi Alba.
Toronto. Real Madrid edging the possession. Barcelona with a stat that matters. 2-1 up. 20 minutes to go. Suarez to Neymar. Neymar. Space opens up. But he was sent into a cul-de-sac by the defenders.
Dani Alves is going to join the rest of them in the book.
Why not?
And this referee knows these players inside out. And Dani Alves had committed himself. Isco knocks the ball past him and he just crashes into him. Knew what he was going to do. There's the arm coming across. What's the referee supposed to do when you do that? And he knows that. And this is the control and the finish. It's given Barcelona the lead. And is it going to prove decisive?
They're going to chances of finishing with a full complement of players.
Well, that's the next big question, Rob, with so many bookings on the park. Well, Raphael Varane. Well, that's a strange one. Is it for right back? Is he going to put him in to cope against the pace of Neymar for Carvajal? Because that's what it looks like to me.
Well, you would have thought that they would make an offensive change.
Well, unless they go
Madrid is no
three at the
chasing
back.
again.
They go three centre-halves at the back, Rob, and put Varane on the right-hand side. Let Marcelo play forward in midfield. Mind you, he plays like a left-sided midfield player anyway, doesn't he?
Neymar. Iniesta. Barcelona content to slow the play down to walking pace.
Oh, patience is the name of the game. 2-1 up.
Rakitic.
Well, Pepe. That's a strange one.
One can only assume that he's carrying some kind of injury that we weren't aware of. Straight swap, centre half as centre half.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's a question of pace, though. Or is it because he's got a booking and they feel that they need somebody who got some pace and cover? No, here's Lionel Messi.
There is Lionel Messi. Messi!
Oh,
dear.
My
Doesn't
goodness.
join Ronaldo on the score sheet.
I was
Just
just waiting to see the net pulse there, Rob, as he comes on his left foot. Normally he doesn't miss from this range. That's inches wide of the far post. Luis Enrique thought the same as me. He thought it was getting in.
That's the most dangerous in-play moment of Lionel Messi. Of course, he did deliver the free kick for the Matsch goal in the first half.
Well, Gareth Bale needs to get more of the ball as well.
Suarez. Oh, Messi has options. That option is Neymar. Neymar.
Well, he's not hitting the target tonight. That's the second or third time he's missed a target. He missed a sitter to put Barcelona 2-0 up. He's gone through again here. Lovely layoff from Suarez. Messi sees the movement. Lovely delivery, and he's got to hit the target. Good pass from Lionel Messi. They might regret missing these chances as the game progresses, Rob, because you've got to fancy Real Madrid's got a couple more chances left in them.
Goals have dried up a wee bit for Neymar. He's only scored in one of the last 6 games for Barcelona. Benzema to Ronaldo. Isco. Or Carvajal. Now Jordi Alba. Iniesta drives on. Offside. Suarez again. Fractionally offside.
Yeah.
It's been an evening of fractions, hasn't it?
Well, they held the line easy. You can see there Sergio Ramos calling it. The play, and he got it spot on. And Sergio Busquets is coming on.
Well, you can see what the Barcelona supporters think of Ivan Rakitic. Put in an excellent shift, and maybe an insurance policy taken out.
I think that's exactly what it is, Rob. There are 15 minutes to go, but is that a negative way to play? Putting 2 anchor men in midfield on and taking off someone who's going to cover a lot more ground.
Well, heavy back from Piqué. Loose ball from Dani Alves, apparently down at touchline level. Ancelotti asked Luka Modric whether he was okay to carry on. Of course, he's been lacking
well played.
match fitness in recent weeks. Modric says he's okay to continue.
Well, Jordi Alba too quick, and Toni Kroos pulls up. Referee linesman not giving nothing.
going to be interesting, isn't it? The Barcelona supporters are somewhat divided on the management of Luis Enrique. Could yet take them to the treble. But some, because he's not a Catalan, don't love him yet quite as much as Pep Guardiola. And the purists won't be too happy. He's playing with two defensive midfield players, but look at the strike force he has. It's Messi in his own time. It's Messi. It's a big escape for Real Madrid.
Well, another good block, but there's chances or half chances at either end. That's great defending there. Dani Alves has done very well.
Suarez.
Well, here he comes. This could be his last Clásico. What a player, Xavi Hernandez.
Modric. Ramos. Bale has gone into the centre forwards position in the little swap. Ronaldo's gone to the right. Benzema has moved to the left. Bale down the centre.
Not seen enough of Bale though. He's got to get more involved, as I said earlier, Rob.
Here is Benzema.
Deflection.
Oh, Giroud made the save. All that better and more impressive from Bravo.
Watch this deflection, Rob. Makes it even better. Comes off Mascherano. Great save from Claudio Bravo. That's why he's the... Actually, it hits Piqué as well. Mascherano and Piqué. Oh, good effort.
Suarez header. Another man down in an off-the-ball incident.
Well,
the referee stops play as it's
a head injury.
Head injury to Dani Alves.
Well, let's see what happens here as he jumps. Oh, there's nothing wrong with him, Rob. Absolutely nothing wrong with him. He's milked that one.
More changes.
Well, Hesse's coming on as well. That's a positive move. And good defending by Suarez on the near post and stop Bale.
Well, the skipper is taken off into the theatre of legends. Enters for the final time a true legend. Xavi makes what we expect to be his final Clásico appearance. He's 42nd. He's up there with the greats.
Yeah, he's something else, wasn't he? Some player in his era. He has just been outstanding. Well, Hesse is a big change now, and a lot of pace, and not really seen enough of him for me this season. That's a foul. He's not giving the free
Not
kick.
in the eye to the referee, it isn't, Jerry.
No, he's not giving the free kick.
PK.
Anywhere will do.
Wisely knocks it out of play, not trusting to guide it to the goalkeeper.
Well, I can see 2 or 3 more chances coming for either side. Well, it looks like he did. Try and avoid that.
PK
Well defended,
away.
PK.
Ten minutes remaining. They call them the BBC, don't they? The strike line of Real Madrid. At the moment, the BBC's in crisis.
They are Benzema, Bale and Cristiano.
They've shortened the Barcelona front three: Messi, Suarez, Neymar to MSN. Here's Marcelo.
Well,
Lionel Messi.
oh, he's caught possession now.
Crunch by Cruz. Benzema sticking it. Looks a tired man.
Well, I was also thinking, Rob, about the game, the midweek game, and obviously they've had the midweek Champions League game and Real Madrid hasn't, so they should be fresh.
Suarez, teaser here for Messi. Varane casually across. Brilliant goal kicker.
That's the acceleration they wanted, Rob. That's why he's brought him in there. He's got pace and he comes across and nicks the ball off Messi's leg and gets the decisive goal kick in favour of Real Madrid. But they're 2-1 down. There's almost 8 minutes left on the clock. That's a good ball.
It is, and Bravo is waiting there. Will buy as much time as the referee will allow him. He wakes up in a cold sweat whenever you mention Real Madrid. He's played against them previously on 9 occasions, never beaten them, lost 8 of the 9, conceded 31 goals against them, including 7 last season in one game when he was in opposition. Matsch. Mascherano playing him as the anchor in midfield has worked. Xavi to Messi. Mascherano, Neymar, Suarez. Fleeting football from Barcelona. Neymar turns, wasn't manhandled. Now Mascherano. Carvajal misses out. Looks for offside. Suarez glides it across goal.
It's not a bad effort.
He's a stride away from Neymar.
It's not a bad effort. You're going to miss it at the far post. Feigns to come inside and shoot. Left foot, cuts it across the 6-yard box. It's a tap in if anybody anticipates, and referee doesn't see that as a foul. Neymar goes down too easy once again.
Well, he's had a mixed up evening, hasn't he, Neymar? Felt a great deal of guilt when he missed the first half chance, and within seconds Cristiano Ronaldo had equalised for Real Madrid. But he has been a menace for all 84 minutes that he's been on the field.
Pace. He's got pace and trickery, and
enter Rafinha. How many midfield players do they have in there now, Jerry?
well, Rafinha's a bit special as well, Rob. And the referee doesn't see anything wrong down the break.
Steals it off the substitute. Ronaldo.
Bale still can't get a pass. He still can't get into the game, Rob. And I'm just saying, whether he's playing down the middle or where he's playing, he's got to have more of an effect. I don't know if that was for that challenge or the one before. This is Suarez's good moment where he cuts it across goal. He was certainly going for goal, but if anyone wants to trap the far post, you get a tap in.
Took a while, didn't it, for Luis Suarez while he was serving that long ban. It's taken a while for him to get into the thrust of things, but he's at the peak of his powers now. Great ball, and this could be the killer goal, but it isn't. It's a save from Iker Casillas, which keeps this tie alive.
What a run from Jordi Alba, Rob. That pace, acceleration, gets forward. 1-2, Messi finds him, and a little toe poke, and Iker Casillas gets a hand to it. Unbelievable. He gets his body in the way, and it's a great save, and the game is still wide open, but that could have been the decisive moment.
Well, he was seen as a sinner a couple of weeks ago, Iker Casillas, but is Saint Iker once more after that save. Messi thinks it in, PK's there. Suarez.
Well, it was worth a strike at goal. He doesn't hit the target at that time, but Real Madrid want to get on with the game.
Need to utilise Esse, who came on about 5 minutes ago and hasn't had a touch of the ball yet.
Oh, good pressing.
Cruz. Messi comes away with the ball. It's been a terrific team effort from Barcelona. We know of the individuals, we know of Messi, Suarez and Neymar, but it's been their work ethic which is winning the game for them. Play back, Messi! Casillas once more to the rescue for Real Madrid. He's one man who's leaving this game with his rich reputation intact.
Well, they're making a substitution as well. Lucas Silva stripped and coming on in midfield. This is great play here from Iker Casillas again. Good save down to his right-hand side.
Marcelo.
Good run.
There goes Jesse. Still prevented from getting his first touch of the ball because PK helps it out of play.
Yeah, good cover as well, wasn't it, from the centre half? He spotted Jesse's movement. I'm going to think, is it Modric coming off?
It may just be a case of Luka Modric running out of fuel. Well, he's done tremendously well considering the amount of time that he was out, almost 4 months. And the winter signing.
Set plays are dangerous.
Heads up. Bale can't get there. Marcelo can. Keeps it in his stride. And Brazilian on Brazilian.
Well,
Marcelo's cross. Everybody back defending for Barcelona.
anywhere will do.
Cruz with space. Benzema. Esse overlaps. Benzema over the head of Ronaldo. Off the back of the head of Dani Alves. Showing leadership. Just a couple of minutes remaining. Real Madrid have to take gambles now.
Yeah, but if they gamble too much, they can concede the third goal, which almost happened a couple of minutes ago with Jordi Alba.
Feel now they're in the comfort zone, the Barcelona supporters, and they can raise their voices. I've been asked to remind you very quickly that all 4 days are live of the Masters coming up between the 9th and the 12th of April. Classic sport here on Sky. We're approaching the 18th green if it's golf parlance here. Well, and it's Barcelona in control. But time added on by the referee. Haven't been too many stoppages.
Well,
but the referee has found 3 minutes.
Is that enough time for another chance? Look at this from Messi. He's the one you want on the ball.
Well, he handles Marcelo, who's one of the few who haven't been booked.
Referee doesn't see it as a foul.
Benzema. Ancelotti down on the fringe of the pitch, trying to find that extra motivation for his players. Oh, heart-in-mouth moment for Gareth Bale. Esse. Cruz. Benzema. His legs looking particularly heavy. Messi. They're baying for a third goal. It's Suarez. Good defending by Varane. This lead still in the balance for Barcelona. Benzema. Tries to split the defence. Jordi Alba. To Bravo.
Well, he says bravo from Bravo.
Suarez. Oh, brilliant tackle by Varane. He's been skippering the French national side. Yet can't get a starting berth for Real Madrid. Marcelo.
Given away cheaply. And they look tired, Real Madrid. Are they going to get one last chance?
Well, they can't afford to look like a beaten team. Working on air is Mascherano. Now Suarez. Man who's been in the headlines in the past year. He's going to be in the headlines for all of the right reasons tomorrow morning. And it's going to be his smile that's in the Spanish papers.
Well, this is it, last minute, Rob.
Here's the one final push from Los Galacticos. Busquets. Messi. Busquets again to Lionel Messi. He probably feels he could hang on to the ball for the remaining 30 seconds. Suarez. Barcelona happy to play the clock down. It's like the Apollo countdown, isn't it? Starting now, 10. They feel they're very close to victory. Barcelona, a famous victory for Barcelona. And is it going to be the victory which earns them the title? We still have 10 games to go, but this is immense. They will go 4 points clear at the top of La Liga. And Luis Suarez is the match-winning star.
Well, the worst thing they can think of now is that they've won the title because they're 4 points clear. Next week they're away to Sevilla, which is a tough game. They've done really well today here. They've played much better in the second half. It could have went the other way, Rob. Both sides had chances, but at the end of the day, Barcelona are the winners, and Suarez has got the winning goal.
Well, small margins between these two teams, but Luis Suarez is the difference between Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Yes, it wasn't quite the scintillating performance from Barcelona that we saw against Manchester City midweek, but they got the win. What it was two heavyweights battling it out, with Real Madrid looking stronger in the first half, but that goal from Luis Suarez seeming to knock the stuffing out of them. A very important win indeed in terms of the title race for the Catalans, and everybody seems happy at the Camp Nou. That's because with 10 games to go, the gap is now 4 points. Still plenty of football to be played, of course, but Barcelona very much having the advantage now. Well, it's a